Hey everybody, it's Mike. I'm back. Today I'm doing a video, something I've never done before. I'm creating a vinyl tag. This vinyl tag is based on one that was done a year ago. Logan at Broke On Records did this vinyl tag and created it, and it's called the Collector Scum 2025 vinyl tag. And it was a lot of fun. I had a really good time doing it. And I don't think it's been renewed or it's going to be renewed for this year. So I thought I would kind of take my shot at creating one, kind of loosely based on, I mean, it's the same inspiration from that, but the questions are all different, or at least most of the questions are all different. So it was a lot of fun, and hopefully this will be a fun tag for people to do, tailored for people that like to collect vinyl, not just buy one of each of everything to listen to, but collect multiple variations and CDs and cassettes and all that kind of stuff. So if you're that kind of person, should be a lot of fun to do. That's my hope anyway. So I come up with 16 prompts here. And by all means, use whatever you got to do to try to fulfill these prompts, these questions. Vinyl, CD, cassettes, whatever. And if you don't have the things that fit it just right, that's okay. Just do your own thing to try to make something work or whatever. I'd like for everybody to be able to answer as many of these as possible, if not all of them. So that's my intention with this, is to have fun and not be frustrated. So let's have fun with this. I'll be showing a lot of CDs as well as vinyl, mostly vinyl, but some CDs as well. This first one, well, let's go with number one. I call this Paternal Twins. Show an album where you have two completely different cover art, but it's the same album. So I immediately thought of this one, Throwing Muses, their second studio album called House Tornado. It's the US copy on Sire Records. And then I've got the UK original on 4AD Records. And as you can see, the covers are completely different. Same exact album. Different covers. So that's what that one's for. So, and I also have the CDs with both covers. So yeah, fun. So let's see the next one, Open the Gate. So this one, show an album that you have a single sleeve version and a gatefold version. So I thought of this one, Adam and the Ants, Prince Charming, just a single sleeve on Epic Records. And then I also have this gatefold version on CBS Records, and it looks like so. So yeah, so I have two different copies of the same record, one gatefold and one with the single sleeve. Number three, Before and After. Show an album where you have an original and a reissue, or many originals or many reissues, whatever, just show whatever you got. So this one I'm going to show Paternal Twins, Bluebell Knoll. 1988, this is a Capitol Records original, single sleeve. I also have a deluxe edition, limited edition version of that same thing, and it's got this gatefold kind of situation here with a slip. You slide the record into this little pocket here. But those are both originals that I have of that. And then I also have reissue. These are one of the recent reissues, and I ordered this through Bella Union, which is the record company run by, record store run by Simon Raymond, and well, their record label and a record store, and he signed it, so that's fun. Paternal Twins, Bluebell Knoll. Let's see the next one. Same as it ever was. Show an album where you have two or more of the exact same album pressing, or same cover, same pressing, same vinyl, etc. So this one, showing them out of order here. Margarine Eclipse, one of my favorite albums by Stereolab. This is an original, and I bought it, and it had a really badly dinged corner here, which bugged me. So I found a guy who was selling another copy. Same thing, same exact thing, but the corners were nice and sharp and crisp. So I picked up this copy. So now I have two copies of the same exact record. So that's just how it goes. Stereolab. Number let's see, number 5, This, That, and the Other. Show an album or band where you have all 3 main formats: vinyl, CD, and cassette tape. So when I was going to do, and that's one that came over from Logan's list last year. And it's it's an obvious standard question that I had to repurpose it or whatever for this one. So I bought a cassette the other day, and I thought, oh, I was thinking about doing this vinyl tag. I'm like, this is perfect. I'll have this to do this question for the vinyl tag, because I don't have any cassettes. I used to have all my cassettes in a box. And then through all the moves across country, I used to live in Florida, I lived in Kentucky, I lived in Maryland, I lived in Maine, I lived a bunch of different places. And somewhere in the hustle and bustle of moving all those different places, I lost that box full of cassettes. So I found this at my local record store. So I'm like, oh, I'll go ahead and get this. And then that way I can use this to answer this question that was already in my head that I wanted to put in the vinyl tag. So I have the vinyl and I have the cassette, but I do not have the CD anymore. I found out that I no longer have the CD. So I'll just show another Love and Rocket CD that I have, My Dark Twin, which is a fairly recent release that they put out. So there's the CD, vinyl, and the cassette. Hopefully you have all 3 of the same album. I do not, which is why I'm showing this replacement. But so the question though is for the same album. See what you can do, because I couldn't do it. Next one, number 6, Treasure Trove. Show the album that you own the most copies of and show all the copies or variants that you have. So when I started collecting records again, I had sold off a bunch of my records back in the late 80s because I was buying CDs, and then every new album after that, I bought it on CD instead of vinyl. So when it came around to the pandemic and I started buying vinyl again and started doing this channel, I wanted to get this particular album so bad, and I just went out and found a copy. The most affordable copy of this record, turns out, what I didn't realize, and I was new to all this Discog stuff, and I didn't really know, or wasn't paying close attention to what I was getting. I bought this copy of My Bloody Valentine's Loveless, but it's a bootleg. It's an unofficial copy on pink vinyl. Now I know what to look for in the red flags and all that kind of crap, but at the time I didn't know. So I bought this, and it was kind of a placeholder until I could find like actual official copies and better copies of this album. It's my favorite album, so I don't mind. It's kind of cool having this old bootleg now that I have more official copies of it. I also have this Plain Recordings official copy reissue on Plain Records or Plain Recordings. And I believe this is like 2013. And so I've got that. And then when they reissued them in 2019, I believe that's when I went and saw them play in Los Angeles. But they put out on MBV Records and Domino, they reissued 2 different versions. They put out a digital copy and an all analog copy. So this is the digital copy. And then I got the all analog copy. And there's my ticket stub from when I saw them way back in '91, open for Dinosaur Jr. So there's the all analog cut, which I believe is the best sounding one out of all of them that I have. And then I also just recently got a Japanese copy with the OB strip. So 5 copies of Loveless, my favorite album. So let's see, number 7, Singled Out. Show an album along with copies of singles released with that album. A minimum of like 2 singles if you can. If you only have 1 single, that's fine. But if you got more singles, let's see them. So this album, this also would qualify for the last question I just did. But Lush, Spooky, their second, their first studio length album. This is an original double 10-inch copy on 4AD Records that I have. So there's 1 copy of the album. Here's another copy. This is the one that came in the origami box set on gray vinyl. This is a recent 4AD reissue on the clear vinyl. This is a reissue, recent 4AD reissue on black vinyl. And then this is the bandbox, limited edition, whatever, reissue, and it's on orange vinyl. So those are the albums. So I have 5 albums of that as well, but I also have singles. I have, let's see, on 12-inch, I have the Black Spring 4-song EP. That's the main single is Nothing Natural, the first single off that album. And then the second single was For Love, and there's the 12-inch 4-song EP for that. I also have the 10-inch 4-song EP for that For Love single right there. And then I also have these on CD as well, Black Spring and For Love on CD. I also have Spooky on various CD formats as well. These two, this is my original that I bought back in when it came out. This is an original on 4AD that I got, I don't know, in the past couple of years. And then here's the slipcase reissue that just came out recently from 4AD. So yeah, so show an album and then show as many singles as you have from that album. So that's what that was. Next one, number 8, it's just a number. Show a limited edition numbered release, something that's hand numbered or printed or handwritten or whatever. I picked the handwritten one. This is a pretty hard to find album. Ladytron, Gravity the Seducer on Network, I believe. And it's hand numbered here. It's 1862 out of 2,000 copies. Hand numbered right there. So yeah, just show one that's hand numbered, show one that's printed, or both if you have one of each. That's cool, whatever you got. Just an example of that. Next one, Home and Away. Show an album where you have both domestic and import copies. So this is my original US, actually no, this is my US copy of Killing Joke's debut album, self-titled, on Editions EG, and it's got Change as the bonus song on here. So that's my original US copy, and then I got, just recently, just in the past week or so, I picked up a UK reissue from 1986, also on EG Records. So there's a domestic, and domestic to me anyway, the US copy, and then something that was imported, so the UK version. Next one, Turning Japanese. Show a Japanese pressing with an OBI. So I've got a couple of these that I really like. Missing Persons, their second studio album, Rhyme or Reason, and or Rhyme and Reason. And there's the OB there. It looks beautiful. I love how it like integrates into the front cover. It looks awesome. And then also Creatures, their debut album, The Feast. So there's that. Yeah, so Japanese. Let's see, the next one, 11, Starstruck. Show an album that has autographs on the cover that you got in person. So this just happened recently, back in October. I went and saw Stereolab at the Bellwether in LA, and I met 3 of the 5 band members outside after the show. The bassist, the keyboardist Richard, the bassist, and then Letitia, the singer. Signed it right there. So got all those in person. Very cool, very nice people. Very, very nice people. And then the next one is 1 Degree of Separation, number 12. 1 Degree of Separation. Show an album that you bought that was already signed. So I've got this one. This is Metrics, not the most recent album, but the one right before that, called Formentera. And I went to see them for this show at the Van Buren in Phoenix. And the first, I don't know how many, 20, 25, 30 people or whatever, the first that bought this record got autographed versions of that. So yeah, that was cool. I think I was like the first one in the building. I waited there quite a bit. Let's see, next one. Already signed. Budget Busters, show the most expensive or most valuable record. And I am looking, and I forgot to pick that one up out of my thing there. But it is, I've got a copy of Ween's debut album, God Weens Satan. And the highest price in Discogs right now, the highest price I guess that it's sold at, was like $360. So that's my highest price, I think. Not what I spent on it. It was dirt cheap. I got it used back when I was in college. Probably cost me like 15 bucks or whatever, but now it's worth, upwards of $350 or so. So, but it can be like either the existing value of the record that you want to show that's the highest in your collection, or it can be the most that you spent on a record. You don't have to give the dollar amount or tell everybody what you spent, but you could show like the most expensive record that you ever paid for a record or a CD or whatever in your collection. It could be a box set. It doesn't matter. Just whatever you want to show is A-okay. Next one, number 14, boxed in. Show a box set, vinyl and or CD that contains copies of records or CDs that you already own. That was another one that I borrowed from Logan's list. So let's see. Where do we got? Oh, I forgot. I had this CD that was autographed. When I went to see Blonde Redhead many years ago, they played in a record store called Stinkweeds in Mesa, and it was very informal. There was no stage. They were just there on the sales floor or whatever, performing, and then I went up to the band after the show and got everybody to sign. The two brothers signed the front, and then Kazu signed on the inside of this. So Blonde Redhead, fantastic. As far as the next one, show a box set. Let me get back to that one. This is a box set that I had, and I've shown this in previous videos. I have 3 of these, Power, Corruption, and Lies. I got Low Life, and I got Brotherhood. And I already had copies of these records, but it comes with a whole bunch of stuff inside, but it's mainly the album. It's all this whole box set is dedicated to this album, Power, Corruption, and Lies. Beautiful copy, nice glossy sleeve there, die cut on the back and everything. And I already have this. I believe it's on Quest Records or whatever. But I already have a copy of this, but now I have it in the box set as well. So, but the box set comes with a book, and it comes with several CDs with outtakes and live stuff. Actually, 2 CDs full of extras, and then 2 DVDs with live performances and promo videos and that kind of stuff. So very cool. And then show this one too. This is Paternal Twins. It's called Treasure Hiding, and it's got 4 discs in it. 2 of them though are the studio albums of theirs that I already had, and that is 4 Calendar Cafe and Milk and Kisses. So those are all included in this box set, also signed by Simon. And then I also have these on CD as well, other copies of it on CD. So yeah, just extras, more. Next one, large, medium, small. Show a 12-inch, a 10-inch, and a 7-inch from the same band. Could be from the same album. It could be the actual single, like a single you have in 3 formats. I saw somebody show that in a recent video. I think it was Married to Vinyl, Cramps. But if you have that, if you have like all the same things from the same single, that'd be awesome. That's bonus. But it'd be okay if it's just from the same band or from the same album. I'm going to show ones from the same album. I don't have a 12-inch of this single. I have the 7-inch of Ping Pong, single from Stereolab. I have the 10-inch of Ping Pong, but I do not have a 12-inch. I don't think they have a 12-inch of that, but this is the album that it comes from, Mars Audiac Quintet, and I do have that on 12-inch. So, and that's totally fine. It can be just the same band, doesn't have to be the same album, doesn't have to be the same single, but just show what you can. Next one, number 16, the very last question. We're almost done. This is called You're My Obsession, and it's show a band or 2 or 3 or however many you want with which you are a completist. And I'm a completist on quite a few different bands. It's growing. I used to think it was just a couple, but my list seems to be growing with who I'm a completist with, and these bands I buy everything that I can on vinyl and everything I can on CD. Stereolab, of course, my favorite band. I try to buy as much stuff of theirs, and I've got I think physical format I have around like 170 pieces, including CD and vinyl, something like that. So that's the most that I've collected of any band. I'm a completist with Killing Joke. There's only 2 studio albums that I still need to get, and they're very rare and very expensive, but I'm still hunting for those, so I love Killing Joke. Paternal Twins, looking for various things. I have all the 12-inch singles, except for the stuff that came from Milk and Kisses. I need to get those. And some originals I need to pick up as well. I have like this reissue, but I'd like to get an original of this. Just stuff like that. And then CDs, I've got a ton of Paternal Twins CDs. Lush, I showed you all my spooky copies, and I have a lot of variants of pretty much all their records. I like to pick up the 10 inches and 12 inches and 7-inch stuff. I'm starting to buy 7-inch stuff now. Yeah, so Lush is one of those. And then another one, Curve. Only 2 of their studio albums are available on vinyl, but they have a ton of EPs that were just recently reissued on Music on Vinyl. So I bought up all those, and I'm trying to track down like various 12-inch singles that were not on the Music on Vinyl reissue thing, and then 7 inches as well. But love Curve, they're fantastic. 2 of their albums I'd really love to get. I only have them on CD, and they're not available on vinyl, and hopefully they'll get reissued or issued for the first time on vinyl. So those I'm definitely complete. And then a few more other bands, a lot of 4AD bands. They're a lot of fun to collect. Throwing Muses, Wolfgang Press, Pixies, that kind of stuff. I like to collect those as well. So that's it. That's 16 prompts there. And hopefully you all will give this a try and tag me in your video, or just leave a comment and let me know that you made one so I can go check it out. And I'll make like a playlist and put your everybody's videos that does this. I'll put that in a playlist on my channel. So yeah, so hopefully this will be fun for people to do. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of work putting it together, but it was a lot of fun actually doing the actual tag. So hope you all have fun doing it. Love you guys. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for your comments and stuff. Everybody's just so nice. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks. Have a great weekend. I'm going to be gone next weekend, so it might be a couple of weeks before I put out a video. But this one is going to go out on Sunday, tomorrow. So thank you all. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.